We are talking with Amanda Hayes here. She is a Huntsville native and has been a realtor. She's the uh, head of Housing Huntsville, which is a brand company via Legend Realty, and she has been a realtor for nearly 11 years. So, Amanda, can you tell us a little bit about your business? So when did it start? What year?
Sure. Actually, started new construction. I had involved in marketing and quality control, things of that sort with builders. So I did that for nearly 7 years between a couple of different builders and loved it, and trained on new agents and kind of, trying to help them through starting their business, because a lot of realtors, when they first start, it's great for them to start on with a builder. They get to learn quite a bit, and more of an eye what to look for in homes because they're used to seeing new. So, and after that venture for me, I started on with Jim Hockenschneider at Legend Realty as his assistant. So I was his right-hand man for a little over 3 years, and got my license, as a general real estate agent, and really loved the business. I loved all the people at Legend, and we had grown so quickly, and really held our own with it, which was great. But I had several clients that I wanted to focus my most attention on, so I decided full time last year. It's been a fun ride.
Okay, wow. Yeah, that sounds like a fun ride. I was going to ask, what was it that made you want to start this business? And it sounds like you just kind of have a love for it.
Oh, I do. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
It really, it's easier to make your own time for your family as well. So, a lot of people are available nights and weekends, and that's fine. We can still have our family time at the same time while helping clients. But I'm able to be at my daughter's school a lot more often, and do a lot of volunteer work that speaks to my heart. So, and clients have my full attention when I'm with them now. So I'm loving that.
That's great. And so you have repeat clients as well, right?
Definitely. Yes.
Cool.
A lot of repeats, a lot of referrals. Being a Huntsville native definitely helps in that area.
Yeah.
And having some close people here.
Yeah, good. Yeah, grew up together, right? So if you had to start over from day one, I guess that's kind of a tough question because you started in the construction side,
Mm-hmm.
but and your heart is in the client side, right? If you had to start over from day one, is there anything you do differently?
I probably would have jumped in to get my real estate license sooner.
Okay.
Just so that I could start building my accreditations a little quicker. I'm a certified home marketing expert, accredited, a military relocation professional, accredited, new home construction specialist. So I would have liked to have started to get those a little sooner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of working on that. Yeah.
What would you say? I mean, you may be beyond this point now, but is there like a toughest part of having a business in 2020, or this business in particular? Is there anything tough about it, or are you just kind of like got it made?
There is always something more to learn, whether you're a new agent or you're completely seasoned. I don't think that there's a max point of knowledge. And it's ever changing. So new technologies, and you've got to stay ahead of technology to be a competitor in this market. Our market as a whole here in Huntsville, we've been pretty spoiled with not having too much of a downtime. A lot of other states have seasons that are better than others, and you think springtime is the best time to sell. Well, we don't really have much of a slowing down period through the seasons. It's pretty steady. So it's really, with this pandemic, we're not seeing a whole lot here change. 6 weeks ago, we would have thought, okay, we're going to have, it's going to start to trickle down. We've actually experienced higher numbers than we expected, and more than it was before the pandemic. We've gotten to be a bit more essential, because I think really the market, I mean, a lot of people purchase homes as a luxury, but they also purchase homes out of necessity. So there's a need, and it can be very essential. And as long as we're, pacing ourselves through trying to get our safety in line to keep our distance, and really start to get through the video tours. And I think a lot of people are trying to keep up with that, and that might be a downfall for some, but we have great training at our company. So we've been fortunate enough to be able to get through that easily. Good.
And that is absolutely one of the toughest things to face in almost every business right now in 2020. That's tough. I mean, it's a new adaptation for everybody. Everybody's turning digital. We have to consult digitally, wear masks, stay several feet apart, but you're right. There's a necessity for housing. And actually that makes me think, do you offer toilet paper with your houses when you sell a house? No, I'm just kidding. Fake question.
It's funny. One of my housing gifts gave a recent sale was, my client. I like to do something personal for my client, and kind of gather a bucket, and put some things in there that I think they would really enjoy and try to fill their home with. And I've been putting gloves and toilet paper in their bucket. Nice. Their other goodies.
Oh, that's great. That's funny. That's great. So what's the number one way that you're bringing in customers right now, or even before the pandemic?
Well, I have housinghuntsville.com, which
go internet.
Yes, go internet. That's the world we live in now. So I do still like to be personal with my clients, and I like to meet everyone face to face. We promote online, and people, it's easy for people to go to housinghuntsville.com and search through houses. It's not like your typical website, because it doesn't have a whole bunch of different realtors trying to contact you at the same time. It's personal to me. So I'm the only one who has access to that, and they know if they favorite something, I can see what their favorites are and get through to the other listings they're really looking for, and not waste a lot of time.
Good. Yeah. As I was browsing the website, it was easy to navigate, very straightforward, clean. I like it.
And good job. We have to have accurate information, or we're fined on a daily basis if it's inaccurate. So that you're looking at something that is currently active, not under contract, and not has been sold and they didn't update it.
Good. That's good to know. So let's talk really quickly about the steps you're taking for safety during the pandemic, and if anything has changed. Specifically, yeah.
Sure. I have a home under construction right now, set to close, and of course, you want to go through your walks with the construction managers. I had shown up an hour early to mark the things that I found needed to be fixed, with my gloves and mask in tow, of course. But it was easier to take pictures of things that needed to be fixed and keep my own list, and then compare that with my client. So that's one way. Video tours are becoming a big thing no matter what, pandemic or not. I've had several out of town buyers that have needed that anyway, so I'm pretty well set up for that. And you can walk through and describe things. And again, with new construction background, we can point out what might be a little out of place and may urge a home inspection a little more.
That's good. It's really good experience to have. New construction. Yeah. So how can, I guess you said your business wasn't really affected by this pandemic, but is there anything you'd like to say to the community, or any way that people can support you, or how you're supporting the community? Anything along those lines?
Sure. Well, I really think that renters are starting to kind of catch up to understanding that, the market, the interest rates in the market are so low right now, and that hasn't really been affected much either. The lending institutions are still lending out. It's a misconception that everything is frozen. That's not really happening across the board. A lot of interest rates, especially for first-time home buyers, programs out there are incredible. So it's good to get with a lender that you trust, and also work with the agent that you trust and know will protect you and do a good job. A lot of times it's 3% or lower for an interest rate right now. That's very common. And that's unheard of typically. We're in a great time. And this hasn't really slowed anybody down. So really look through the website, see what you like, get to know the market through the website that you trust. It's a good time to buy. It really is. And to list. It's still happening. Our market right now, we're used to normally seeing between 6 months and 8 months of inventory. That's very typical. With Toyota and the FBI, everybody coming into town, as well as the renters getting to know what's going on. In that move, we're seeing more like a month to a month and a half of inventory. Wow. That's our scale, and that's a pretty big deal. So we're seeing, just this morning I pulled, and that's the same for South Huntsville, Madison City. There's not a lot of inventory. So you need a realtor that's going to make that hunt and do a great job.
Okay. Well, that leads me into the next question. And you've already kind of hinted on this, but we could put it together into one place. And that's if someone was to choose between your business and three other realtors, for instance, why would you suggest that they at least try you first?
Oh, wow. There are so many marketing tools that can be used, and I know what they are. I find great success in that. I definitely like to listen to my clients, understand what they need. That's with a conversation that we have and knowing what they're looking for, and also, them utilizing that program that I have, the online program that will allow them to favorite certain things, and I can tell what they're looking for. And if they're selling, I understand how quickly they need to sell, and I look at the market every day, so I know what's happening. We try to stay ahead of the market and not just through it. So that's a very effective tool. Knowledge is power. I get it done.
It is. Yeah, and you have your finger on the pulse, it sounds like. So
you have to.
And you had also mentioned earlier, your clients get 100% of your attention and trust, and you're a hunter, so that's good. 1 month of inventory, that's surprising. I did not know that. That's just crazy.
That's the scale we use, and it has definitely shown to be true. I listed a house recently, and in the first 24 hours, I had 27 showings and 12 offers. If you see a house, you have to jump on it, and you have to hire a realtor that is able to schedule that for you as quickly as possible.
Okay. Well, on that note, Amanda Hayes of Huntsville Housing. For people to contact you, they can go to huntsvillehousing.com.
Housinghuntsville.com, yes.
Yeah. Oh, Housing Huntsville.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right. housinghuntsville.com. And is there a phone number you want to provide, or email or anything like that? Okay.
housinghuntsville@gmail.com, housinghuntsville.com, and 256-417-1640.
All right. And they can text there as well, not just call, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. If you have any final thoughts, we'll let them fly.
Just stay safe out there. Protect yourself. Protect others. Even if you're not feeling sick, please keep your distance. Everyone's benefit.
Yeah.
There are ways around it and still work.
That's right. Yeah. And if we're all in this together right now, we can get out of it sooner, So, yeah, good advice.